So, what is best of us investors? Well, I was asked the other day, are you being paid by Facebook for doing these videos? And I wrote back and said, no, I'm not. But if you know Mark, you might suggest it to him. Uh, I, I guess what I would say is I'm sharing my knowledge, I'm sharing my experience, I'm sharing what I think is an opportunity to make a lot of money in the stock market because of the innovation and the disruption that's occurred, and as a result of the change in the financial structure of our country, in that we're throwing between '08 and 18, we threw $10 trillion into the stock market, and it truly financed the innovation, the disruption of technology. And it gave birth to the big six, as I call them, the Amazons, the um, Facebook, the Apple, and then it gave new life to IBM and Microsoft. And so rather than it driving interest rates up and inflation up, it did just the opposite because it created a more efficient situation. And we were right at the birth of the next innovative time, and it would have probably taken 10 years, but I believe we compressed that as a result of the coronavirus putting what's probably going to end up being another $6 trillion into making all that innovation available to us. So that's what I want to share with people because I think it's not really being shared by most people. Most pundits on YouTube and on CNBC are of the opinion there's going to be another crash and the market's all going to go to hell and your savings will go with it. And I just don't happen to believe that. So I'm sharing my knowledge, um, and and I'm doing it for free. I got a message that, Gary, you're so generous and kind. Everybody else wants $25 a month or $50 a month for a newsletter and this kind of information. Well, I could do that, but it's just me, and the administrative end of it would is not something I want to get involved in. So does it support itself? So I want to be open and honest about that. My my aim is to get 1 million subscribers, and as a result of 1 million subscribers, I'll get multi-million views, and views is how I foresee the main reason or the main avenue for support of this YouTube channel. And to give you some understanding, I get paid by Google AdWords about a penny per click. Sometimes it gets up as high as 1.5 cents per click. So what that means, if I get 100,000 clicks, I'll make $1,000, and I'll probably hit that sometime around July of 2020, and so that I would make $1,000 a month. If I get 1 million clicks, which I think I'll hit about January 2021 based on the growth that I've got right now, I would make $10,000 a month, and so that makes it a pretty substantial organization. And at that time, I would probably, before that time, consider getting some help because this takes me about 6 hours a day to do a video, to get it edited, to get everything done right. And I don't think mine is top of the line. There's other people that have a lot more talent than I would who could make my videos better. Then ultimately, 10 million would give me $100,000, and now we got something going. So clicks are my objective, and you can help me with that. Right now we're just broke the 4,000 subscriber which equates to somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 50,000 or 60,000, maybe as high as 70,000 next month in views. So I'm not going to make a lot of money on it. So what I would ask for you is to share it with people. If you would take a video that you like and you think really helped you, and you would share it with 10 people that actually then subscribed, that 44,000 would go to 40,000 instantly. If all 4,000 of you got 20 people, you can do the numbers and you can see how it works. The other way you can help me is to become a part of my tribe, and that is to buy my book. I've got a new book out about how I actually got to where I am today and how I've determined who Kerry is and what he should be doing. Something that I didn't know and I think can be helpful to you, because I think we all need to discover who we are and why we are the way we are so that we can manage ourselves better. I really didn't manage myself well until I think the last several years. And I got involved in this, and this is my passion, and this is what I enjoy doing. So I would ask you to go to the description and buy my book. That would be a way you could support this channel. You also know that at bestofusinvestors.com, I have a store. Every once in a while, you'll see me wearing a hat or having a mug. That would support me and would support the channel. So I would ask you to do that. There's other ways I could do it, and I don't want to go that route. I could promote life insurance on here. I know some YouTubers who do that. I could tell you to go use Robinhood as your broker, and they would pay me something. I don't know anything about Robinhood. I could sell you a course. I could sell you a course for $500 so that you could learn how to trade like Kerry trades. I'm not going to do that. I at least not at this point, because I don't know that the people who are watching my YouTube channel have $500 to give to me. I would rather you bought 2 shares of Facebook stock. As I say, I could be there is Homer suggested I look into ARK Investments, and they had some ETFs. And so I could ask you, I could start a financial firm and I could ask you to let me manage your money. But I don't, then you wouldn't learn anything. You wouldn't have the skill that would benefit you for the rest of your life and that you could share with someone else. I could sell you a newsletter. I could do that video subscription thing like Patreon. I've chosen not to do those things. I think of this as more of a open source investment club, if you will. Like Wikipedia is an open source encyclopedia. Amazon has put out a open source use of their quantum computers so that collectively we can all benefit from each other as opposed to me selling you something. So if you're a regular viewer, please share my videos and help me get to where I get enough clicks that I can then make this more than what it is. And buy the merchandise, buy the books. You'll really help my ego if you buy the book. It's something, I just believe that we only get one chance in this life, and we need to leave something behind. I've written 4 books, and I've made I don't know how many videos. So my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren and my great-great-grandchildren are going to have a real library of knowing who their ancestor was. I encourage you to do that. Share, open up your own video, your own YouTube channel, and put it out there, and it'll be there for eternity, as far as I know. And then you're leaving something behind. So that's who best of us investors is. It's Carrie with a ego that wants to make it more than just Carrie.